Alright, we'll get started back up on the main event. Got part 2. Start right back here with the same hand with the 3-bet. So let's try to recap what the heck happened. Start with Juicy J. Came in on the short stack. Just unfortunately didn't get the good run of cards. Aces. Aces are cool. Aces don't look like they're getting action. Maybe Random Chew. Anyways. Nekadazi. I unfortunately anti-rooted them. Not that that had anything to do with the outcome. Oh my lord, and Crazy Lizzie. Sweating the... Oh my lord, you just got a full double up. Oh my lord, and Random Chew's down to 33 bigs. 100 mil. Oh my lord, in third place. Holy shit, Crazy Lizzie. After being the short stack with Rebel Fish for quite a while. 71 bigs. Holy shit, and 7-3 off. We're getting crazy here. So Nekadazi had the big stack coming in. I think they were in third place or something like this. Third or fourth. They unfortunately had a very rude run of cards. So then just also to recap Crazy Lizzie's situation, they had pocket 3s that jammed for 20 bigs into Random Chew, who had pocket 9s, and held versus the flush draw with the set. So Crazy Lizzie with a good run of cards, Random Chew staying nice and aggressive with the ace-deuce suited and jamming it pre for like 30 bigs or something. Maybe even a little bit more as Crazy Lizzie was up to about 70. So Linus Love was also in there. Played pretty damn good, stayed aggressive with the short stack. Got back up there to about like 5th place or something. Was a little bit above the short stacks. Never really got it going though. Would have made a flush if they had jammed their ace-3 suited all in, but they used a smaller size. But it was effectively their whole stack. Had to fold with 3 big blinds remaining. Queens for Marco held versus Random Chew's ace-king. Marco was in a pretty nice spot there. Linus was down to 3 bigs and eventually found their way out. Playboy was the short stack for the whole time. Came in real short. Hung on out for a while and eventually found their way to the door as well. I don't quite remember what happened to Marco, but I feel like they've had a real poor run of cards. They were playing pretty tight off the short stack. They were above quite a few players. They did make quite a few ladders. So not a bad showing for Marco. Pass will make a pair of queens on the turn here. Crazy Lizzie with the open-ended straight draw, blocking the king 10, blocking hearts as well. We'll just check it down though. Pot size bet from pass, very interesting. Blocking 2 pairs. Trying to get an ace to fold maybe? Super interesting. Or was that for value to get a jack and 9 to call you? Pot size bet. It's interesting, like a polar bet, but could be value or could be bluff, we don't know. Rebel Fish, ace jack suited, 11 bigs. I don't think Random Chew's gonna get it in there. King jack off, we'll just find the fold. Pocket 6s in the small will jam for 13. King 4 ain't gonna be a call, still too many chips for Rebel Fish to be calling. Off with the king high. In this spot it will be interesting to see when Rebel Fish does take a stand. If they don't get any cards. Ooh, flopping a flush for Crazy Lizzie. Continuing to run pretty good. Random Chew comes along with the jack. Drawn to the full house. Does not come in on the turn. Crazy Lizzie sizes up a big old bet. Quite a large chunk of what Random Chew had left. They have to fold the pair. Pass. Ace 6 in the big will flop a pair of sixes. This will be a silly pot here, let me tell you. Crazy Lizzie starts with a stab. Expecting to get a lot of folds. Some straight draws out there. And the one flush draw. And the backdoor flush draw, of course. Clubs complete. Ace 6 likes to see a check on the turn. Crazy Lizzie won't stab. Keep it on up. Pass. Right around 170 mil. Limping in Jack 7 suited. Might call a raise here. We'll see what size Crazy Lizzie goes with. Not too big. 3.5. Pass comes along. Flopping a pair. This won't get the job done. Way too small. I mean, the board's so dry. Why would you bet any bigger? King of Diamonds. Super interesting card. Crazy Lizzie. Top pair, top kicker. Big bet. Pass with the pair and the flush draw. Feels like you have to call, but you're blocking the straight draws. Jack on the river. Hopefully Crazy finds a fold. Or, sorry, a check. Not a fold. Can you imagine just open folding? Not open folding, but folding ace king here instead of checking. Fires a huge bet. Quick call from pass. That's a huge pot going their way. Dang, so Crazy Lizzie suffers a big cooler there. What can you do about that? You're down to 30 bigs. We're gonna have to see a lot of trading of chips to see this go another hour. Crazy Lizzie taking a stab with the ace high. Random Chew with the backdoor equity. Might come along, but he does just let go of the ace high on the flop. Kings for Lizzie. Pass now super deep. Can certainly play 7-6. 10-8, 6 flop. Check on the flop. Ace on the turn. Good card for Crazy Lizzie's range. See a lot of raising here. Kings are just going to check back. Play it sneakily. I wonder if 7-6 is calling a bet here. Crazy Lizzie will just check it down. Not get himself into any crazy situation. Pass could have turned bottom pair and the straight blocker into a bluff. I wanted to see it. Not quite a 3x sizing from the small blind. 9-10 comes along. Top pair. Fair situation for Crazy Lizzie. Taking a stab. Ace high with backdoor straight draw. Does come along. Another 9 on the turn. Bringing in the heart draw. Pass with the ace of hearts. Could get up to something nefarious on the river. I don't know if you're going to get there. That's a big bet. Ace and a jack for Rebel Fish will rip. Random Chew will have to fold the pretty queen 10 of clubs. It's the nut suit. Rebel Fish. 6-10 suited. This time of diamonds. Pair of sixes for Rebel Fish. Random Chew with the spade draw. 3 of spades. This isn't too interesting, but his voice will make it sound like something happened. 7 on the river. Check. Does 3 high fire? Check down pot. Just say, try and call me, Rebel Fish. Blocks the straight. Bets half pot. And Rebelfish folds to 6. Nicely done by Random Chew. Unfortunately down to 25 bigs, but nothing you can do, just keep firing. Limp it on in. Pass, getting aggressive with Jack 5 off. Queen 8 comes along, flopping a flush draw. Looks like a board pass will stab a lot. Takes a small bet. Ooh, Random Chew thinking about raising, but we'll just call. 4 hearts on the turn. No equity bluff. Here it is. That's a pretty big bomb. Trying to price out the flush draw. Queen 8's still good. I wonder what Random Chew's gonna do. They do make the call. Queen high can be good here. Are you gonna call the river jam though? Is it even gonna come in? Do it, pass. Find the jam. I just want to see what Random Chew's gonna do. What do you do here? Clubs miss. 3-5 misses. All the random bullshit misses. He could still have like some random ace high. He could still have all the nutted hands. Could have 9. Hard for aces to get 3 streets there when you think about it for a second. Pass, ace jack facing a raise. We'll just play call, and Rebelfish with king queen suited in the big blind can come along. Does just play jam and might get the fold. Pass with ace jack could call. 30 more million to go. Does call. Oh, look at the flush draw. Flush comes in. No boat for pass. Rebelfish will take a few off the big stack and dang, passes down to 63. Still a very commanding lead. The position is super strong. Really would have wanted to see. Well, I mean, pass really wanted to hold there. Obviously. Things would have been much different, but Rebelfish makes the flush on the turn and holds. Ace and a 9. Feeling weird about itself. We'll take a stab on the queen. Board pairing turn. Blocking the straight. Gets it through. Random Chew still in there. Queen 7 suited on the button. Nice to see. More blind on blind. Let's see, limping in. Rebel with the queen as well. Both players with top pair. Gonna see a fair amount of chop pots here. One big to go. 4 on the turn. The chop pots are not coming in. Queen 7's still good. Gonna be hard to fold queen 5 here. Lots of draws out there. King jack, king jack 9. Even could have some 9-8. Flush draws miss. All the straights miss. We are chopping the pot. 2 pairs with the 10 kicker. Pretty big bet and a pretty quick call. Chop it up. Limp pot, Rebelfish, 5-10 suited. Random Chew thinking about keeping the aggression up. This time we'll just go to a flop. Ace, king, queen. Rebelfish blocking jack 10. Has the backdoor flush draw. We'll take a stab and a quick fold. No surprise there. Moving along. Not Random Chew, Rebelfish. Ace 6-0 on the button. Let's just see a raise pass. Oh, for no reason. We'll just defend instead. Play reasonable. Especially now that pass is down to about 50 bigs. We don't want to start bloating pots and just giving away chips. There's 2 real good spots for pass right here on the button. Hey, even in the big blind versus Random Chew and Rebelfish is pretty sweet. Ace 8, gonna have a hard time defending. Got 2 overs in the backdoor flush. Will come along and make top pair. Pass with king high. 4-5 gets there. Ace high gets there. We'll just give on up. Hopefully Crazy Lizzie doesn't lose too much here. Rebel Fish, Ace King in the small blind. I see a jam. Lizzie's like, whoa, that's a lot of chips. What are you doing that for, bubby? Ace and a 5 in the cutoff for Lizzie. As things are evening out, pass down to 46. 47 with the 1 included. That's already paid. Both players flopping a pair. An ace would be horrific. Rebel Fish, top pair, top kicker, backdoor nut flush. Goes for a third. A 9 could slow us down. There's lots of flush draws, lots of straight draws. Queen 10 could get called. There's still a lot for Rebel Fish to get called by. Uh-oh. Jack on the river. Pass will like that ace 10 a little bit more. Alright, I like this. You bet small, you can fold to the raise. Very nice. Oh, Rebel Fish will just make the call. Still lose to Jack 10. Or sorry, King Queen. Jack 10. Jack 10 2. Nit, bro. Rebel Fish calls himself a nit. Because I think pass would maybe even call a raise on the river there. Crazy Lizzie limping in Queen 10. Rebel Fish should get respect here, but Queen 10's pretty strong. Rebel Fish in the lead, calling themselves a nit, and then immediately taking this 5-8 off. Ace high board looks like a bluff. Tell the story, bubby. Very small. Queen 10's gonna call. King on the turn, things get scarier for the Queen 10. Who cares about your straight draw? Quick check from 5-8 though. Looks like Rebel Fish just giving up. Clubs complete. Oh, fire away, bubby. Oh, thought about it for a second, but then did just check it. I mean, that's a nice pot for Crazy Lizzie. They probably weren't expecting to see too many check downs, but it did happen this time. 6-9 suited for Random Chew. Down to 25 bigs in our short stack. Dang, I don't like that at all. It's just been unfortunate for them. Again, the 9s versus 3s. Super unlucky. Ace King versus Queens with Marco. Random Chew had played great with the big stack. Just didn't work out for them. King and a Jack getting top pair. Might get a bet out of middle pair here. Very small. 7-5 is going to call. Queen on the turn. Random Chew. Thinking about it. King of Spades is an interesting card. You block the straight draw. You block the flush draw. Still going for some value here. Crazy Lizzie makes a call. Queen on the river. Random Chew wants some more. 30 mil. Fire it out there. 24, okay. All those draws miss. Ace King misses, King 10 misses, 10-9 misses, Spades miss, Crazy Liz finds the fold. Couple of suited queens. I don't even know how. Passes somehow the leader again. What happened? Haven't heard from Pass in a few orbits. Oh, I guess because Random Chew picked a few off of Rebel Fish. Crazy Lizzie also picked a few off him. 3-bet here from the King 10. Nice and aggressive. Crazy Lizzie with a jamming looking hand if they want to. We'll just find the fold. Rebel Fish hasn't done that too much. I don't know if we've seen too many 3-betting from the small blind from them. They did have Ace King. It was an all-in one once. Pair of 10s. Board pairs on the turn. Does fire a small little bet. Ace Deuce is in a weird spot. It's got like no equity. It is drawing to the ace, but I was just gonna say it would be cool to see a raise there, but for no reason. It's not gonna happen. Ooh, speaking of no reason raises. Crazy Lizzie, 3-4, facing a limp. Pass with the Jack 10 suited is not going nowhere. Paired board. Crazy Lizzie, if they stab, I think it works. Ace on the turn. Surely we fire now. Oop. 9 on the river. Somebody gonna bluff? Come on, Lissy. That's 26 million out there. That's all yours. Very, very small bet. How does Jack High call? Yep, Jack High has to fold. Dang. I suppose maybe aces aren't going to always bet on the flush bringing in turn. It was a check on the flop. So it is, if you got an ace there and you played it sneakily, you got a boat on the river. And you're not probably going to ask for too much. You're going to be like, well, hey, I've got a boat. You can't have too much better than me here. Maybe you can call with a pocket pair. Makes sense to go super small on the river there. Ooh, Random Chew. Keeping up the aggression. His stacks are evening out. Ace high board, a pair of 6s. Backdoor flush draw, might check it back. Could always go for some protection. 10 on the turn. Gutter to the 9 for Rebel Fish. 6s might just be checking down. 7 on the river. Very interesting stuff is we see these short stacks. We're going to see a lot of aggression pre-flop. And then we wait to the river. The pair of 6s check down. Oh boy, big bluff from Rebel Fish. We haven't seen a lot of this. It gets respect. Nicely done by Rebel Fish. Pass, we'll get a pass. Been waiting to say that. Crazy Lizzie. 5-6. Lays it down. So yeah, that Rebel Fish here getting some respect now. Might get a walk here, unfortunately. Ace Queen. Crazy Lizzie, Queen 5 suited, raising up the button and gets it through. 28 bigs now. Random Chew on 25. Rebel Fish off 40. Gets a few more there. King and a Jack and it's suited. Shouldn't see too much stuff happen here. Crazy Lizzie does raise facing limps here. So maybe something crazy. Nope, not this time. Pass, slow playing the draw. King high could also be good here. Ace on the turn. Giving past the nuts. Crazy Lizzie doesn't want to draw to the 4. Big bet on the turn. Quick fold. Crazy Lizzie walks it out again. Another strong ace for Rebel Fish. Back-to-back walks in the big blind. That's no fun. Random Chew comes along with 6-4 suited. It's again one of those situations where the low connected stuff plays a whole lot better here than your middling bullshit. Oh, and we like this check raise, don't we? 3 to a straight, backdoor flush. Ace high comes along. Straight draw comes in on the turn. Random chew. Will he continue? Bombs away, buddy. Bombs away. Small bet. Pass finds the fold. Nice. That's why we like those check raises. Picking up a little equity on the turn. Fires away. Good thing it wasn't a diamond. Those diamonds are so rude as we got a cooler. Our first cooler in quite some time. Jacks rip it in. Ace king, easy call. Jack on the flop. That'll lock it up for Crazy Lizzie. Huge flip going their way. Rebel fish. Oh, playing the big stack so well. Unfortunately loses the flip. Crazy Lizzie jamming fives again. Random chew might call it off here with ace jack. Whoa. Okay, does just find the fold. Avoids the big flip. Oh, that's a bully move by Crazy Lizzie. Ace jack can't call you off. Wow. That's some cool stuff there. Random chew, I suppose, is just waiting for Rebel Fish to find their way to the door. Maybe Crazy Lizzie can get a cooler with pass too. So Random chew, I think you started around 150 mil, finding yourself here with 95. Again, I'll say it once more. Did nothing wrong, just lost a couple of important pots. Ace high board for Rebel Fish. I bet we'll take it down. A few more chips in their stack. Don't defend King 9 this time. Good timing there. Random chew has the old ace 9. Blind on blind with a king. Feels weak to fold. Gonna see a limp. Random chew does not like you limping. We'll check it back this time and make a pair. Rebel Fish. Making a pair of sevens on the turn, that's no good. Bottom pair, the flush completes. 9-10. Was already a straight on the flop. Jack on the river, 3 of a kind. Maybe you call with a 7? Think we would have heard from a queen. You might have an 8. We'll see if he calls down with the king 7. He's played it sneakily. Does make the call. Plenty of 1 spade hands in the limp pot that Random chew could use the bluff there. Plenty of 10 highs or 9 highs. Rebel Fish will take the ace jack for 11 bigs and jam it. Pocket 10s, that's a cool hand. And Random chew's raising into your big. Ace 5, probably not going to call it off. Nope, in the bin. Ooh. Ace 10 isn't too strong. We'll see how pass navigates with Crazy Lizzie's 3-bet. Oh, just an all-in. Ooh, and more ace queens, eh? Back-to-back ace queen for Crazy. Pass with pocket 5s. We'll flop middle set. Very nice. Backdoor flush and 2 over for Crazy Lizzie. Let's see a check. Right on time. 9 is not a good card for the old ace queen. Facing a huge bet. Are we looking to call down with it? Not now. Nice escape there from the bottom or the middle set. Nice escape away from the middle set, I mean. Pass unfortunately didn't get no chips. We'll find the 3-bet here from the small. It's a small 3-bet too. Gets the job done though. Pass up to 160 mil, 40 bigs. They are not far behind Crazy Lizzie. So they did a good job of at least establishing who's fighting for second and first. Random Chew, unfortunately, looks to be fighting for third. Just walking it out there. Can't do too much here with 22 bigs. 9-10 versus 9-10. This will be fun. Limp. Crazy Lissy. It's suited. It's suited. Putting a raise. Okay, we're just going to check and play. Play post flop. King 6-4. Small bet from pass. No flush draw for Crazy Lizzie. Just the backdoor straight draws and a fold. Ace 8 for Crazy Lizzie in the small blind. Just lays it down. Shows pass a little respect. And Rebel Fish again, like I was saying earlier, they're eventually gonna have to take a stand. Playing these limp pots hasn't gone their way. Random Chew making 3 of a kind. Rebel Fish does have the flush draw. No Queen of Diamonds. Don't you do it. Don't think we're gonna get to the river anyhow. Jack of Diamonds. We'll just find the fold. Might have had a straight draw there too. Fortunately, Rebel Fish just doesn't have enough chips to continue. Jack, Jack, 9 bigs. That's good. All in, dealer. 11 big blinds. Pass 4-4. Should get this through. Crazy Lizzie might put in the 3-bet with the King 6 sometimes. Rebel Fish 8-3 suited. Thought about it for a while there. But even with 10 bigs, it's like, let's just find a better spot. Let's just preserve our chips. Especially as Random Chew continues to just have to fold. Oh, I don't know what's going to happen here, but there could be something. Limp, nice. Limp is a good start for Random Chew. Pass could just jam. There it is. Ace Queen suited calls. Queen on the flop. Oh boy, pass is now our shorty. Or second, or holy moly, just a mumble mouth. Messing everything up. Pass is in third. That's a darn shame. But to be fair, Random Chew, playing the good cards, playing limp, getting past the aggressive player to just jam on him. It's a great spot for pass to do that too. Just unfortunately, Random Chew played it well. 180 mil almost for Random Chew. Back to where they deserve to be. Pass, raising ace 4 suited. Should see a defend here. Open-ended straight draw for Random Chew. Pass, might just give up. Nope, we'll take a little stab on the king high board. Don't you dare put an ace out there, PokerStars. Deuce on the turn. Why'd he say that like that? He was so excited. Ace 4 still good. Does bomb away. Gets Random Chew to fold the straight draw. You know what? I really like it there by pass. Even though ace high was good, it's like you gotta take some pots off Random Chew and Crazy Lizzie. Why not use the king high board? With all the potential you could have there. All of the ghosts in Random Chew's head screaming away, it's king high board. You just got a straight draw. That's a big bet. Anyway, Crazy Lizzie. What's going on here? I didn't see the pre-flop action. Crazy Lizzie doesn't make their flush draw. Ace Queen still good. And we check it down. 20 mil going Crazy Lizzie's way. So Crazy Lizzie was in the big. Oh, this will get in. Right? All in. Ace 10 is not going to be a fold. Gonna need an ace. No jack on the turn. Dead. Poor Rebel Fish. Finally leaves in 4th place after hanging in there with that short stack. Whoo! And we're finally 3-handed. Did take us quite a freaking while to get here. And like Pass isn't too far away from getting back in the game. Crazy Lizzie with just a little bit of a lead over Random Chew. I feel like the opportunity for Crazy Lizzie to lean on these two is not really here. Feels like Pass is going to play good cards. And I don't mean tighten up. I mean he's going to play good. Spade high flush draw with the straight draw for Crazy Lizzie. Queen high board in position. Pre-flop aggressor will just take a stab and get the job done. Queen and a jack limping it in. Crazy Lizzie has taken random hands and raised them on up. Slow playing top pair. Crazy Lizzie ain't getting too crazy this time. Does block 4-5. Overbet will scare you away though. Tens in the small blind. What type of strategy does Crazy Lizzie deploy? Is that the word I was looking for? Sure sounds about right. Queen 5 comes along making top pair. Fortunate news for Crazy. It's a pretty dry board. There's the flush draw. You wouldn't expect too many 3-5s. Maybe a 5-6 pre-flop calls if it's suited. 18 million to go. Queen 5 ain't going nowhere. 10. King on the river. Crazy Lizzie. Thinking it over with pocket tens. We'll check it over. And a quick check from Random Chew. They'll pretty well tie up Crazy Lizzie. So what are we going to do? Random Chew's just jamming for 22 with 8 deuce suited. Holy crap. So Pass is going to be put in the cage. He's going to be in a pickle a lot. He will just jam deuces here though. Oh, look at this crazy aggressive battle. Oh, it's brewing. Heck yeah, we didn't want Ribblefish to bust, but it had to be done. This is what we wanted. We wanted the three-way battle. We want chip stacks to even out. Random Chew deserves this. Crazy Lizzie has been getting crazy. Had a good run of cards. No reason they don't deserve it. Pass as well is certainly, I would say, even slightly I'm like slightly leaning more towards Pass over Random Chew, just in my favorability scale, just because of they didn't have the huge stack like Random Chew did. I mean, Random Chew worked for the huge stack, but Pass had to do a lot of work to get here. Has the flush draw to go along with this. Ooh, no straight draw. Just the diamond. That's a big bet. A lot of what Pass has. Crazy Lizzie will get the call though. So unfortunately Pass misses. Are you going to open jam? That would be silly. Let's see it. Do something funny. No, he's going to check down the 4 high. Nines. What do you do? More value? The pot's already huge. Don't want to value on yourself versus a king or a deuce. Ooh, aces for Random Chew. No action though. 310. I think we're finding a fold. Pass. How are we going to play the shorty now? 13 bigs. Still has some playability. Not much, but we're three-handed. You're on the button. We do just see the jam. Random Chew thinking it over with King Queen. This very strong three-handed. You wished it was suited, but if it was suited, you'd already stick it in. You're going to see a lot of ace-x under pairs, or pocket pairs, I mean. You might see some King Jack, King 10 suited. And some King Queens in there. Bam, 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 bam. Crazy Lizzie bumping it up. Flopping 2 pair. Not much doing for pass though. Pretty easy check fold. King and a deuce looks like an all-in. 10 bigs. There's no shorty here, so pass has to stay aggressive. We'll just use the small sizing this time. Trying to get random chew to play. Nope. Bam, 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 bam. Crazy Lizzie with an ace. Random chew might just find the fold there. Pass defends the big flopping top pair. Oh, I find it so interesting. Like, what do you do here? 50 million behind. You don't want to see any overcards. You don't want them to let them see it for free. You could put in a raise. What do you do? I was thinking, do you really make it 18 million? No, pass just goes all in. Uh-oh. Might be a bit too much to jam here. Nope. He's going to need an ace. 1 ace dead. Ace on the flop. Whoo, pass stays alive. So the chips are flying. Just going to be a lot of trading chips, I guess. Pass, king 6 suited. Random chew with an ace. Jams, whoa. Alrighty. Up in first place, random chew says, I'm not going to let you see every flop. Deuces and 5s here. Pass, what do you do? Keep up the aggression? Yep. An all in and a fold. So yeah, we're pretty short, so we're gonna see a lot of that. And then a lot of limping. Oh, we see a 3x here. 9-5 suited. Just a fold from Crazy Lizzie. Dang, and then I keep forgetting, because you're not playing for the money. It's like, we're talking about almost 300k, 240. That's what the difference is between second and third. And you get, first place gets double third pretty much. We got a lot of money at stake here. These guys are taking big jams. Like random chew with the ace X or whatever the hell. We're going for thin value here with the 2. Nice call from the 8. Can't go nowhere yet. Gonna have to do something magical to get the 8 to fold on the river. Blocking the straight. Might even go for a little value here. No, doesn't want to bloat the pot. 10-5 suited. We're playing a little bit deeper. 3.5x will just get the job done. Interesting stuff. Random chew with the big stack again. Being aggressive. Just like they always deserved. Up to 200 mil. Crazy Lizzie in the small will limp in 9-10 suited. Queen 7 for random chew. Plays the raise. Alrighty. Equities are going to run close here. 10 on the flop. Random chew sees an ace high board. Takes a stab. Always on the ace high boards. Lots of times on the king high boards. Queen high boards are great too. Do 3 on the turn. No help for random chew. And a 10 on the river. Play it sneaky, Crazy. Play it sneaky. We'll just bet huge and get the fold from the queen high. Bam, 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 bam. Random chew limping in here. 6-10 off. Interesting stuff. So there's a change of pace happening almost every hand. Lots of big sizings pre. Lots of adjustments as almost each pot changes the leader. And if Crazy Lizzie or Pass start to dwindle a little bit, the other two pick up a dynamic instantly because there's so much money at play. Ooh, things are so silly here. I think Crazy Lizzie is still close enough to say this is anyone's game. Jacks for Pass. We've seen a lot of limping. We see 3x. 4-6 suited. Might want to come along. This would be a good time to crack the jacks, but doesn't look like it's going to happen here. Gonna need an offsuit 4 or a 6. Small bet might come along. Queen on the turn. Wonder how jacks go about this. You're still beating a lot. You could still get value from hearts. Some of the straight draws out there. Crazy Lizzie does find the fold. 41 bigs for Pass. So just gonna be a few pots not going Crazy Lizzie's way. It's a weird way to word that. If Crazy Lizzie loses a few pots, we will see ourselves, maybe even just one pot. We'll have a weird dynamic. Ace on the turn. Fire away, bubby. You block the straights. Overbet. Love it. There we go. Crazy Lizzie's back in there. King, king now. Not going to get much here, but at least the blinds. Pass will defend wide, but not that wide. Back to the limp here with a suited king. Things just change up every dang hand. I mean, it makes sense to raise jacks, and there's also some sense in limping the king. Keep all the worst 6x in the range, or in Crazy Lizzie's range. Not much doing for Crazy Lizzie, but now we're chopping it up, unless somebody's gonna stab. I would love to see Crazy Lizzie do it. Fire away, bubby. You got it in ya. There it is. Does Pass call for the chop? They are thinking about it. No, they lay it down. Nicely done, Crazy Lizzie. 25 bigs. We got an ace in the small blind. We're going to play somehow. Play a call. Random Chew likes to raise over calls. Says no limping. 8-6 is good enough. In position, it's a pretty dang good strategy. Ace high board looks good with the gut shot to the 7. You don't want to get check raised off your equity, but maybe you could. Maybe you don't mind. I don't think a check raise comes in, though. Crazy Lizzie just plays call. The board's not that wet. Jack 10 picks up a nice straight draw. 6-8 fires away. Lots of pressure being put on Crazy Lizzie here. Looks like a milky value bet. Clubs get there. Random Chew has a club. Will they fire? They'd have to go all in. It would work, I think. I want to see a check, because Crazy Lizzie needs some chips, but Random Chew really wants to jam here. Does find the check. The give up. Pair of aces is good. Dang, still putting Crazy Lizzie in a tough spot. But at least Random Chew gets jacks here. Pass might trade some chips. Facing a limp, we'll see a check. Queen Jack 10, Queen 10-5 flop. There we go. Finally got it out. Queen on the turn. Random Chew limping in the jacks, playing it sneaky on the flop. Leads one big blind on the turn. We'll just get that through. Jack and a 10. So now Random Chew needs some chips. So we need to see a few folds go their way. Crazy Lizzie. Queen 4 suited. We'll limp that in. Can't give it up. Random Chew. A connected hand. We'll just check it back this time. Good thing they didn't bloat this pot. top pair for Crazy Lizzie. Bottom pair for Random Chew. 4 on the turn. 2 pair for Crazy Lizzie. Top and bottom. Plays overbet. Dang. Maybe you just fold the 6 here? Yeah, why not? Gonna see a lot of 2 pairs, maybe some sets. And then some very strong draws. Pocket pair versus pocket pair. Gonna need a 5. Nope. That was just rude. Dang, Random Chew did all they could. Oh no. That's just cards for you, no? Sometimes there's coolers, and that's just the way she goes. This was not the tournament to get coolered in, but somebody's got to lose. So Pass does have a big lead here. Crazy Lizzie's got quite the work ahead of him. Starting things off with a good fold. Ooh, we got 2 strong hands here. Could get this all in somehow. Maybe Ace-10 doesn't go too crazy. Maybe King-Queen plays call versus the 3-bet. Call King-High board. That's no good for Lissy. A queen would be super unfair. Crazy Lizzie firing away for a 3rd. Pass plays call. Deuce of Hearts might slow things down. Pass, checks it, and Jack on the river. And I think Ace-10's finding a check. Hoping to beat diamond draws. Pass, thinking about going for value here. Gonna be a little bit more difficult now that the Jack pair's on the river. Still finds the all-in. So yeah, the diamond draws miss. Crazy Lizzie could think about it. Blocking Queen 10 will just find the fold. Big pot going past his way. That's not how we wanted this to start. But whatever. Crazy Lizzie with an ace and a 5. No pair. Backdoor straight. Pass will pick up a club draw, but it's just the 3 of clubs. Heads up will lead it on out. Heads up, your super low club draw comes a little bit better. Brick on the river, although pass blocks 10-8. Does fire away. Ooh, this would be a crazy call. No, unfortunately can't find it. Nice bluff from Pass. No straight draw for Pass, they just check it back. Now they pick up the same straight draw. Both players with Queen High. We're checking it down. Does the 9 play? How many cards? Oh, it's 9 plays. Nice pot for Crazy Lizzie. Limp pot. Interesting stuff. Open-ended for Crazy Lizzie. Pass with top pair. We'll see 5 on the turn. Whenever I expect there to be some fireworks, it's always check check. We're just gonna slow play these pots. I suppose Crazy Lizzie doesn't want to get check raised off their equity on the flop. Oh, but he'll put in the raise on the turn. Whoa. Whoa. Again, Crazy Lizzie doesn't have much time bank. Pair 6 makes the call. 4 on the river. Fire. Do it. All in. Oh my lord. This could be it. Pass. I don't know what you want to have here when you're calling. Obviously a 5 or a 4 would be great. Folds the 6. I suppose better 6x could still value bet on the river. Nice bluff from Crazy Lizzie. Up to 20 bigs. That was a nice pot to win. One that didn't look like they were gonna go was gonna go Crazy Lizzie's way. This one too. Only a gut shot to a 10. A jack doesn't do it. No, not the 10 of hearts. That's really rude. Flush for pass. You know what? With a one-liner to a king or 9, and the heart's complete, maybe Crazy Lizzie can just check fold. Oh, just kidding. Blocking the flush, I guess. With the straight as well. Crazy Lizzie finds a call. We're heads up. Things are different here. So unfortunately Crazy Lizzie down to 15. Has one more in the middle already. Flopping 3 of a kind. That's a good start. No bluff from pass though. Leading on out the turn. No value there. None to be had. Crazy Lizzie's gonna have to work a little bit harder than flopping 3 of a kind. This is a 500k heads-up match. I wonder if they looked at numbers or was Pass's lead just a little bit too big to do that. Maybe if we get tied up, maybe something will happen. Deuces for 18 bigs. We'll just rip it in. Crazy Lizzie with an ace and a 3, limping it in. Has pass dominated, but pass don't pick up no equity. Out of position too. It's gonna be hard to start bluffing your 3 deuce. 3 on the river. Maybe there's some value now. No, we'll check it down. Pair of 3s is good with the ace. Boo, 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 boo. King and an 8, and it's suited. Facing a limp, raising it up. 3x. 9 and a 5. Crazy Lizzie doing lots of limping. Pass with an ace and a jack, raising it up. Getting it through. Sure seeing a lot of that. Open-ended straight draw for pass. In position. 2 overs. Goes for a big bet. Queen high fold. Crazy Lizzie, ace and a deuce. Limping it in. Pass says we'll go to a flop this time. Open-ended straight draw. Pretty good deal for pass. 7 on the turn. There's the straight. Super long straight. 6 card straight. Don't you do it, Crazy. There we go. Just find the fold. 2 suited connected hands. All in from Crazy Lizzie. Whoa. Wasn't expecting that from 7-9. Top pair for Lizzie. Not much for pass. Check, check. We'll bring in the flush draw. Leading over bet. Holy shit. Well, this check worked out quite well for Crazy Lizzie. No, it didn't. Are you for real? Pass makes the flush. Ooh, I suppose he goes all in. Do you ever bet smaller? Nope. Are we just seeing the end of it? Jack 9 has a straight. 6-7 makes a straight. Flush gets there. Queen deuce. You don't block any bluffs at all. Time bank a little bit for Crazy Lizzie. Ooh, okay, we're surviving. 13 bigs. That's a nice run of cards for pass. Although, to be fair, maybe they deserve it with the overbet on the turn. That was a pretty nice bluff. Crazy Lizzie, 12 bigs. Limping in Jack deuce. Thankfully, pass lets him see a flop. To be fair, in this situation, pass does not want to give Crazy Lizzie a chance to get back in the game. No need to give extra chips. But to be fair, I don't know heads up, and pass might also want to say, hey, let's end this thing now. We'll see if he starts jamming. There's a jam. Queen 10 thinking about calling. Maybe first facing the first jam, you just find the fold here. This could go all in. Ace and an ace. Gonna need a deuce. Oh, deuce on the turn. Okay, so this thing is not over yet. Pass was trying to end it. Had a great call off hand with the ace 8. Gets it ahead, getting it in ahead against a lot of worse ace X. Holy, the sentences my brain constructs is so difficult to say out loud. It's like my mouth is like 3 times as slower. It's like my mouth is much slower than my brain. Who knows how many times. Pass for deuce. We'll just lay it down. Like I was saying, you didn't want to let Crazy Lizzie get back in the game. 24 bigs, right back in the game as Crazy Lizzie. But look at this. Pass is not going to let Lizzie limp here. Interesting. Was it 9-6 suited? Makes lots of sense. You got some connectivity. You're suited. So yeah, it seems like in this heads up game, we want some connectivity. 6-3. Interesting timing. Maybe, oh, and he gets queen 6 to fold. Interesting timing is right. It's like he saw his cards there. Perfect time to raise the 6-3. Maybe that's why they do it. Oh, that makes so much sense now. When you think about turning your stupid like 9 deuce into a raise, it's like, okay, maybe not 9 deuce, but like 6 deuce, 6-3, 5-2. You can get like queen 2 to fold pre. It's quite nice, and we see like jack deuce limp, 10 deuce, whatever the hell. Like these shitty hands, they do play when we get short stacked. If we're deeper, we're probably not going to see them as much. No, we're heads up. I think you're still going to see them. Dang, I just learned something crazy about heads up poker. Thank God these guys just show us what's going on, show us how to play the game. Teach us if we take the time. Going for a min raise now here on the button is pass, as we've gotten a little bit deeper. Deuces, playing the limp. No king, so deuces are holded. No hearts. 5 on the turn, pairing the board. King high, checking it. King high, thinking it over on the turn here. They don't have any draws, but there's so many low draws out there that king high beats. Pass does find the fold there. And I mean, that's pretty good news for the deuces. Action card. Diamonds come in on the river for Lissy. Pass can find a fold here now. We'll just be check to him, so I can go check instead. Jack of diamonds will take it down. And Crazy Lizzie will start raising the button. We'll face an all in very quickly. Ace 10. Darn tootin' strong. Okay, a limp now from King 4. Interesting. I thought we were going to the raising. Maybe we're doing the limping again to keep in the worst 4x. Can get value from that worst 4x here. Lissy has 8-10, and we'll put the raising on the flop. King 10 with the back doors, and the straight draw will come along. 10 on the turn. That's a nice turn for Lissy. So just the 5 or king for pass. Facing a big bet feels like a fold anyways. So Lizzie up to 31. Alrighty, Roo. Raising up the button. Pair of 7s for pass. Straight draw to a 5 for Lissy. Or 9-10. That also works. Goes for a big bet. Pass ain't going nowhere yet. 9 of hearts. We'll bring in a few more straight outs. Lissy does block 8-10. I see another bomb. There's the bomb. 45 million to go. Would be a very nice call from A7. Nah, it has to lay it down. Nice pot for Lissy, who picks up aces. Once you put in the 3-bet, I think 5-4 is going to find the fold. If it was suited, it might come along. 9 deuce, we'll go for the raise on the button. Flopping 3 of a kind. Gonna have to check it back here if they want some action. We'll still put in the little bet on the flop. Pass with the 10 of spades. That's an interesting card. Heads up, things get interesting when we see the raise. Crazy Lizzie could put in the 3-bet. Just place call. King on the turn. Pass might slow down now. Kings call, 9s call, spade draw calls. Maybe queen jack. Queen 10, maybe. Maybe even some ace highs. So 10 high. Isn't going to try to get nothing to fold. Crazy Lizzie's boat isn't going to get no more value. Just got the check raise on the flop. And I mean, that's pretty good for flopping 3 of a kind. Deuce 6. Again, this is a spot where Crazy Lizzie raises. Okay, we're just checking this time. Everybody's got the straight draw. Straight comes in on the turn. Interesting little checking down. Lizzie bets pot and pass calls. Lizzie raising up deuces. Pass comes along with ace 9. Not putting in the raise, hoping to flop well. King high flop. Small bet. Ace 9 comes along. Doesn't get any help there on the turn. No ace or 9. I don't think ace 9 turns itself into a bluff here either. Just looks to check down. But deuces get some thin value on the flop. Very nice. 6-5, 3 to a straight. May as well take a stab. There's 30 million out there. Give it to me. Crazy Lissy with some backdoor straight draws. No, just Jack 9. Has to fold the Queen 8. Pass Ace 5. We'll just play call again. Again, not flopping too great. Pair of 8s for Lissy. Pass with the 5 of hearts. It's a 1-liner to a 10. If you pick up a 6, things get weird. Ace on the river. That'll give pass the lead. Put on the raise, Lissy. This is the time to do it. Okay, just fold. That's fine too. Queen deuce. Yeah, you see, okay, so queen deuce is still raising. 9-5 suited just comes along to a flop, making a pair for Lissy. Straight draw to the 3, and now 7 as well for pass. Blocks 3-5. Could just lead out here. Overbet. Okay, well this is scary for a deuce. Oh, this looks like it's going to be past his pot. He's going to buy it. Ooh, just a fold. Uh-oh, here's our cooler. And we're pretty well tied up, so... Oh, a limp here. What the hey? We are pretty well tied up. Ace jack versus 10s. Pass jams, 10s call. This is it. 10 on the flop. Queen? Nope. Crazy Lizzie looks like they've got this thing locked up, providing there's no queen. Crazy Lizzie finally gets the job done. Holy shit, I almost knocked over my water. Dang, so we finally made it through the main event. Pretty crazy final table. So where's Crazy Lizzie coming? 17 bigs are shorty. Dang. What a frickin' run. They're looking at this here and they're like, I've got 100k locked up. That's it? Are you kidding me? Are you serious, poker stars? I've only got 100k locked up. Crazy Lizzie says, Jack, Jack. Let me raise. What even happens here? Folds? Ripplefish gets in there? Oh, the small 3-bet. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. How could we forget Nekadazi? Nice and aggressive play here. I like it. Still has to fold for the remaining 10 mil. So yeah, anyway, so Crazy Lizzie finds a way to battle all the way back. Let's see, what the hell took so long? We didn't lose a player for 45 minutes. You don't expect that. Almost never see that. And the 8-handed battle went on a long time too, as Playboy had to wait a while for a few players to bust. Dang. Yeah, and Linus still went crazy aggressive. Crazy Lizzie, way to just hang in there. What happened here? Limp vs. Kings. Facing a 3-bet. See, this is an all-in hand. And Crazy Lizzie finds the fold, I think. Maybe the call? Oh yeah, you play the call, you make a pair of 5s. Has to make the fold on the river there. All in, you find the fold, played great. Had the short stack for so dang long. Like, look how intimidating this looks. Random choose just being a boss. Pass isn't letting anybody really play. And you got 16 bigs and you're all in, or you're facing an all in. Crazy Lizzie's like, I need chips. There's a lot out there. Finds the fold. Eventually moves along. Dang. There's not much else to say. Unfortunate for Random Chew getting 3rd place. Being the big stack bully. Blinds just kept going up and they just kept getting unlucky. Pass, a great game. How long was our heads up battle there? Felt like we got a good match there. So yeah, at least 20 some minutes. Very nice. Anyways. Yeah, and we had so many opportunities for Crazy Lizzie to lose too. They went short stack a lot heads up. Almost always fighting back. Wow. Chip in a chair, as they say. Always they say chip in a chair.